Saturday night with Cat Stevens last weekend. This time he's at half-back and he squeezes it to Jackson. Misses him, bouncing ball, hard ridden by Grimes over the boundary, just next to the dark green seats of the MCG members.
You see this tackle, you threw him to the ground, it's a Richmond kick.
Yeah, that was quite nasty, that, because he's landed on the side of the ground there where it's a lot harder. I don't think there was any viciousness in it, but nonetheless, he's in a bit of bother here. There's no question about that.
Well, his head actually hit this synthetic grass, which is a pretty firm footing. You'll see it again here, Mick, the whiplash.
Oh, yeah, that should not be reported, but it's definitely a free kick.
So to Bartram, to Frawley, and he brings it to the members' side. Trengove has Morris to beat. Morris used his body well. Desperate, goes back with the ball, does a terrific job. Back to Tuck, back to Morris. He goes to hands and knees, but manages to get it away to Jackson, who gets taken over the lines by Jack Grimes.
Jeez, I've liked Tuck today. He's a real workhorse. He's had 11 tackles, 15 contested possessions.
He's out.
Okay, it's a stop play, okay.
Well, he's out because when he did the tackle, he dragged the player back on top of himself and hit him. There was no doubt he hit his head on this hard ground, this hard part of the ground on the edge of the arena.
Was it Jackson earlier in the game that did exactly the same thing in a very similar spot?
Yeah. His head actually hasn't hit the artificial turf. It's just the full weight of Jackson pushing him into the turf. And we saw Jack Trengove before
blood rule too, Jay,
as a co-captain. Jack Grimes, the other co-captain. He won't play any further part today, but just goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, he's got no idea where he is. He could be at Festival Hall.
Well, they're terrible scenes, terrible pictures. He looks like a drunk waking up on a park bench on a Sunday morning, completely delirious and in serious trouble. And he will, as Tommy said, enjoy the bench for the rest of the day. The Grimes family will be watching on. Their Demon supporters. They'll have a win of sorts anyway, being the parents of Dylan Grimes, who'll secure the 4 points this afternoon. Thoughts are with